Let's start with that absolutely insane Sunday night game. What an incredible primetime Sunday game to kick off the season. The Bills come back somehow to win the game 41-40, which is bad if you took the under like me. What an insane ball game that started to become similar to what we saw last year when they played in the regular season, where Derrick Henry just goes off for a massive game. The Bills have no answer for him. 169 yards, 2 touchdowns. It looked like there was nothing Buffalo could do. Even as good as Josh Allen was playing, maybe he started a little rocky, they just had no answer for Derrick Henry. And in the first half, Buffalo was throwing a lot of screens, a ton of passes behind the line of scrimmage. Just the play calling didn't feel very inspired. It felt like they were just getting beat physically for 3.5 quarters. They were keeping it close enough to where it was never out of reach. But that second half of the game, Baltimore was cruising. I thought to myself, I was like, man, this one's probably over. How much longer we got? And I looked at the clock just because I wasn't, I was just in the game. And there was, 12 minutes left in the fourth quarter. And I thought to myself, oh, there's plenty of time for Buffalo to do something here. I didn't think they would. I didn't think they would come storming back in the way that they did. But it felt like the game was put away and there was very little time when there was plenty left on the clock. Like the game felt like a long football game. Let's start with the Bills. First, they still have secondary issues and they have defensive line issues. They really could not stop the run at all. I know Derrick Henry is the anomaly. I know he is unlike any other human being. He should be declining. He should already have been retired, and he's not. It seems like he just keeps getting better. You can't tackle him. He was having his way with the Bills defense. The only Bills player on defense that was even really making an effort was Ed Oliver, honestly. That's what it felt like. They were just getting carved up. They couldn't stop Lamar Jackson, couldn't stop Derrick Henry. They could not do anything. That's going to be a problem as we go along. We know the secondary room is thin, and it has been. Sean McDermott does have a way of making his defenses play better as the season goes along. But one of the things we've seen year in, year out from the Bills, when you get in the playoffs, you get in these games and you let the Chiefs hang 30 on you. You let the Ravens hang 30 on you. You win a lot of those games because Josh Allen has to outperform them and does often. But you just, in Buffalo, you can't get a defense you can rely on. And that was the story for most of this game. There were a couple penalties that happened that helped Buffalo. Obviously, fortune favored Buffalo. The pass Josh Allen threw that was tipped ended up being caught for a touchdown. That was huge. That was the end of the ballgame if they don't get it. That keeps them alive. And the play that swings the game is the Derrick Henry fumble. I think it was the drive before that, or not long before that, Lamar Jackson's about to get sacked for a loss of 20. He escapes it, scores, gets past the 50, then Henry scores a touchdown. But when the fumble happened with Derrick Henry and the Bills got the ball back, they had life. Do me a favor, if this is your first time, subscribe to the channel. I'll be here talking football all season long with you because it is my favorite pastime, as it is yours. And from there on out, it was just over. Like they just choked the life out of the Ravens. And I think a lot of it comes down to that decision that Harbaugh makes. It's 4th and 3 for the Baltimore Ravens, with 2 minutes left, a little more, somewhere around that time. And they decide to punt. I know they're in their own territory. And I promise I'm not just, Monday morning quarterback this decision or head coach this decision. I thought this in the moment. I'm sure a lot of people did. Your offense has been almost unstoppable all night. Buffalo has no answer for you. 4th and 3. And what we've hit the point in the game where your defense can't stop them either. Josh Allen's got hot. James Cook is rolling. Like, you don't trust your defense to make the stops that they did in the first half. When that's the case, why are you punting the ball 4th and 3? I'm under the impression, if I'm Baltimore's coach in that moment, if we give the ball back to Josh Allen, they've got plenty of time. They can get into, they're only down 2. They can get into field goal range and win this football game, which they did, like that instantly. No big deal. I thought it was crazy. He didn't roll the dice and have Lamar and Derrick Henry, whatever the play call is, go for it right there. If you get that first down, you put the ball game away. If you're in Baltimore, you can defend the decision to punt a little more to me. But in Buffalo, you've dominated the game. A fumble has let the Bills creep back into it. And you're going to just give Josh Allen the football down 2 with a chance to win it. I thought that was a huge mistake. I really don't understand it. And things like that, just the way this game played out, This is why I don't have faith in the Ravens. This is why a lot of people don't have faith in the Ravens. Are they going to win 11 to 14 games and be in the playoffs and fight real hard? Yeah, obviously. Is Lamar Jackson going to be amazing? Of course. But it just seems like this stuff always happens. It doesn't matter how the game plays out. Something goes awry and they just can't close these games. There's probably more moments you can look at throughout the game, but the ones that stick out obviously are the fumble. But you can't kill Derrick Henry because he was your workhorse all night. He was having one of the most dominant nights of his career. So you have the fumble, and then you can't make a stop defensively, and you get to the point where you need 3 yards and your coach punts it. Something always goes awry. I think that decision from Harbaugh is crazy. That's just my point. That's why I can't trust the Ravens. It's going to be some turnover. It's going to be some coaching decision. It's going to be some miracle catch from the other team. It just seems like they can't ever put a full 60-minute game together and secure the win in these big matchups. I know they win a lot of regular season games. I know they can win some big games in the regular season, but this is the exact reason why no one, well, I say no one, actually a lot of people in the media, that every year they're like, this is the year for the Ravens. I feel much more comfortable trusting the Bills to do it because the Bills have proven they can do it. This is a gutsy performance from Buffalo. When their defense was awful, the offense struggled early. Like, from them to come back and win this game, you feel great. And I don't care what Baltimore says, you don't feel good after this. You're going to be real dejected. I mean, this is a tough break. The team that knocked you out of the playoffs last year, you go to their stadium week 1, you have them on the ropes. You're up 15 late in the fourth. The stadium's clearing out. And you look up at the end of the game and you lose by 1. It's typical Ravens. I put a lot of it on Harbaugh for that decision to punt. I'm not saying it was an automatic first down if they run a play. Obviously, they could not get it if they run a play. But you have to know if you punt it to Josh Allen, the game's probably over, especially the way it's been going, right? What a wild Sunday Night Football game. Great way to wrap up Sunday's slate and just show you football's back.